Hi, Dr. Sham. My name is Rahul Prabhakar. I'm a leading lifestyle blogger who writes at When the Muse Strikes. Today, I'm at the Nimba Nature Cure Village, and I met you yesterday, in fact. And for the uninitiated, you work here as the Chief Medical Officer. In fact, after I landed over here and I checked into my room, you were the first person I had met. And my interaction with you was very unique in the sense I have visited a lot of doctors in the past 40 years, some allopathy, some Ayurvedic doctors, but meeting you was very, very different. And I'll tell you where the difference was. None of the doctors that I visited in the past wanted to know about me as a person in the entirety. People who I generally, doctors who I generally visited in the past, they only wanted to know about the problem that I was facing, and they wanted to suggest a cure for that. So, in that sense, the communication was very, very focused on the problem and not on the person per se. But after I met you yesterday, we struck a dialogue, which is something which I really, really liked about your way of healing. We spoke in length. It wasn't really like a conversation that I would have with a typical doctor. It was a conversation where I spoke about some of the things that were also affecting my emotional behavior with other people. I spoke obviously I spoke about my lifestyle, what kind of lifestyle I have, and of course the obesity problem that I am facing currently in my life. What was really unique was that while we were having this conversation, you could see some patterns, and within those patterns, you could classify me in a certain sect. So we'll start a conversation with that. So if you can quickly elaborate about how you were able to assess which particular sect I fell under, and then recommend therapies for me, I think that would be fantastic. So can you start with that?
Well, Rahul, the basic concept of my consultation or the consultation we follow in Nimba is body nature analysis.
Okay.
It is not about disease analysis initially.
Okay.
So we do understand the body.
Okay.
The root of our concept goes to the Upanishads,
Okay.
where they say Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Okay. What does that mean?
So the gist of this particular Sanskrit shloka is holistic.
Oh.
Purna means complete.
Okay.
Complete what? Complete human body which is having 5 koshas, 5
Okay.
layers.
Okay.
The
Okay.
what we see physical layer, Annamaya kosha.
Uh-huh.
And what we cannot see is astral layer, that is the Pranamaya kosha.
Okay.
Then Manomaya kosha, the mental sheath.
Okay. Okay.
And Vijnanamaya kosha, intellectual sheath. And Anandamaya kosha, that is our spirit or the ultimate happiness.
Okay.
So the human body is quite complex, complexity of made by these 5 layers of existence.
Okay.
So if at all we just look at your physical body, that is
Yeah.
Annamaya kosha,
Yeah.
I can see only the disease or your external appearance or
Right.
the wounds or scars you have in your body.
Right.
But if at all I observe little bit beyond that, if at all I pervase my vision beyond that,
Right.
then I can see your breathing pattern, the energy well, that is Pranamaya kosha.
Right.
And if I can talk to you for some more time, then I can understand your mental level, that is your psychic sheath. Then, as per your history, whatever the background you give me, I can understand your emotional level as well as your intellectual level.
Oh.
So then only I can plan the treatments which can reach up to your happiness level, that is Anandamaya kosha.
Oh.
So the treatments concept in gross, it goes like this. That's
Wow.
why we are able to talk to the people, we are able to understand them, we are able to analyze their health status, emotional status, then we can design the therapy according to that. That's why we have a high success rate in Nimba, because people get that satisfaction, happiness or ananda, which happens in Anandamaya kosha after taking therapy in Nimba.
What was really interesting when I met you was that you also measured my pulse. and my pulse also gave you some information about my emotional well-being or my body as a whole. So could you talk about that as well?
Well, this is the gift of our ancestors to us, that Nadi Pariksha or pulse diagnosis. So our ancestors, those who are thorough in Nadi Pariksha, our rishis, our sages, they used to even diagnose the people just by, if at all you can stand in front of them without even touching your pulse.
Wow.
Just by your physical vibration, they can feel what is wrong with you. So this pulse diagnosis is all about checking your pulse or the nadis. This is not that physiological pulse. This is understanding your nadi. Nadi means they are astral tubes. So there are 72,000 nadis in your body. 3 out of them is very important.
Okay.
Okay. So these nadis in Ayurveda they told that there are 3 kinds of body types: Vata,
Okay.
Pitta, and Kapha,
Okay.
which we can understand by pulse diagnosis.
Okay.
So when I can hold your pulse, I can feel which is your original body nature and which is dominating at present.
Okay.
For example, in your case, it may be Kapha.
Okay.
And there are some imbalance because of Vata or etc. Emotional imbalances
Sure.
may happen.
Sure.
So by understanding your body nature, I can tell about your present status. I can tell about how you should be and how you were before and how you can lead your life in future. So what treatment best suits for you will be decided based on your body nature analysis.
Doctor, we'll go a little deeper. So you had recommended, according to my pulse type that you had measured, you had classified me as kapha, and you had also, I remember, you had clearly given me some more insights about how a person with that kind of classification, what kind of behavior
Body
that
type.
body type or behavior that person has. So could you, for the sake of our readership, tell us, and we'll take kapha as an example, what would a typical person with that type of nadi type be like?
Well, basically the Kapha people will be stout in nature,
Okay.
the heavy in nature.
Okay.
Kapha means heaviness.
Okay.
The earth,
Okay.
mud, whatever it is.
Okay.
So all these things they leads to the Kapha nature.
Okay.
And another thing, Kapha means it also symbolizes coolness.
Oh.
So emotionally or psychologically, you can have control on your temper.
Yeah.
And another Kapha means excessive jaladosha or the water content in your body.
Oh.
So based on that, we can understand that why your body weight is so much and what are the things you should avoid in your food habits.
Wow.
All the kapha related food you should avoid, for example.
Yeah.
But once again, it is highly individualized.
Sure.
I cannot say in mass that all kapha body nature people leave this particular food.
No.
from-
You can take me as an example,
Yes,
and
for Rahul, I can tell you, you can
Yeah.
avoid all the kapha foods like fried items,
Right.
all the things which is cold, high cold in potency,
Okay.
like cold milk and taking the very thick curd in the night time. All these things they will induce the kapha in your body.
Okay.
So based on that, I can also tell you that what are the activities you should follow.
Okay.
You must go for a lot of walking. You must
Yeah.
go for a lot of exercise because
Yeah.
you need to balance the kapha in your body.
yeah.
For example, Vata type people, I will not advocate too much exercise.
Okay.
I may advocate very light exercises.
Oh.
So for Kapha people, I always tell that you must do exercise. Otherwise, you'll be very lethargy. Because
Oh.
Kapha is also indicates lot of energy in the body.
Okay.
This energy should not be stored in the body. If it is stored in the body, that it brings the laziness. If you do exercise, this energy will be spent for some good purpose. There will be lot of blood circulation in the body, and you feel very light.
Okay.
So Kapha people must do exercise every day, and they should have a watch on their diet.
Okay. So, doctor, my final question is that this is, by the way, wonderful insights. None that I have ever heard in my life, and going into so much details and then be able to share it with a larger audience. I think this is fantastic. My final question is that you also recommended a few therapies based on my body type. One of which I really enjoyed today was the mud therapy, which specifically caters to people like me who have belly fat or who are a little obese. I thoroughly enjoyed that therapy. That's number one, and thanks for recommending that for me. The question essentially is that for somebody like me who doesn't have a lot of lifestyle related issues, but like a few issues which are nagging issues, I would say. Would you recommend a combination of therapies that would work best for an individual like me, or like do you think that, because you mentioned that these therapies are also very customized, basis an individual. So the question is that let's say somebody is coming here for spending like a week with you, so you would make a combination customized therapy package for that person, or how does that work?
Usually, everything is a customized plan here.
Okay.
With a combination of treatments.
With the combination.
Yes, because as I said earlier, each and every individual is separate entity. Even twins also, they are separate entity.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
if a mother is having 3 children
Yeah.
coming from the same womb,
Yeah,
3
they will all be
children also
different.
different
Yeah,
body
absolutely.
constituencies.
Yeah.
So as per our principle, there are no two things in the world are similar, whether they are twins also. So we have to plan each and every therapies customized or individual basis. For example, in your case, I might have recommended some mud bath or
Yeah.
hydrotherapy, etc.
Yeah,
etc.
yeah,
So
yeah.
all these things are aiming at detox.
Yeah.
You are cleaning of your body,
Yeah.
cleaning of your mind.
Yeah.
That's what Nimba is focusing on each and every individual initial few days.
Yeah.
Suppose
yeah.
if you are staying here for 10 days,
Yeah.
first 3 to 4 days we are focusing on detoxing your body,
Yeah.
detoxing your mind. So we also stress on digital detox in Nimba.
Oh,
so
lovely.
we tell them people to keep away all the gadgets. Right now you are holding the gadget because you want to talk to me.
Yeah. No, I
Otherwise,
have
we
to.
strictly advise
Yeah.
people to keep away the gadget in
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Especially when they are in Nimba.
Yeah.
Because this is the problem of next decade, that
Yeah.
people will be suffering a lot of new diseases
Yeah.
because of digital addiction.
Yeah.
So first few days we are highly focusing on detoxing body and mind.
Yeah.
Thereafter we focus on their minute problems. Some people they may have back pain, some people they may have emotional distress, and some people they may have knee joint pain, etc., etc. So we focus on that so that they can be get rid of all these issues.
Yeah.
And for last 2 days we are focusing on the skin as well as beauty part as well
Yeah.
as rasayana therapy or rejuvenation therapy or beauty therapies. So this we will be endorsing on the body last 1 or 2 days.
Great. Doctor, you've given me a very good insight about what to expect when somebody comes at Nimba. And I think this is fantastic information for people who are not only coming and exploring the retreat, but also coming with a specific goal in mind, and especially for healing. I guess a lot of people like myself who live in tier 1 and tier 2 cities face a lot of lifestyle issues related to stress and fatigue and even sometimes depression. And everyone is talking about that right now, about mental health and how important it is to get that detox and get rid of some of the excess burden that we unnecessarily carry in our lives. So thanks for sharing this wonderful information, and I can't wait to return here with family. This was a work trip, but I definitely I'm feeling very, very lighter right now. This is my second day here, and I can't wait to come here again. Thanks for talking to us.
You are most welcome. Return to nature.
Definitely. Thank you, doctor.